to know, and we've got our graphic organizer. There, number 6 was point slope form, and this is 4.7. Okay, this is 4.7. Okay, and actually, I'm here on the inside on this part of it, not writing on the top of it. I'm just writing here on where it says 0.6 point slope form. Okay. The first thing you need to write down is the formula. You have to know this formula right there. And that is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay? That's the formula for it. Which doesn't make a lot of sense to you just yet, does it? It's like a bunch of, I don't know, gibberish. Bunch of letters that don't mean a thing to you yet. But it will. And by looking at that formula, what pieces of data are we going to absolutely have to have? Piper? We've got to know the slope, so they're going to have to give us that data. So we're going to write the point slope form using this data, okay? And I'm going to tell you that your set of points is 2, 3, and your slope, m, equals 4. Okay? We have to have a set of points, and we have to know the slope. They have to give us that much. Are they going to have to draw a picture? No. All they have to do is give you these two pieces of data. Okay? Now, we're going to substitute the information they gave us back into the equation. So, step 1, substitute data into equation. Okay? It's the first thing I've got to do. So, I have y minus, what's my y in the set of points it gave me? 3. So I've got y minus 3 has to be equal to m, which is 4, times x that I do not know, but I do have one set. This x sub 1 is my 2. That's the data that it's given me. Okay. Can I simplify the right side? Yes? And if I simplify the right side, I'm going to use my distributive property. And I'm going to say 4x minus 2 equals y minus 3. Okay? So, yeah, I didn't multiply. You're right. This should have been multiplied. Minus 8. Thank you. Okay. Can I graph it the way it is right now? Not yet. What formula can I switch that into really easily and then be able to graph it? Yes?
Y equals mx plus b.
Y equals mx plus b. So what do I want to do then?
Add 3.
Add 3 to both sides. Good job. So then I end up with y equals 4x. What is, technically this is negative 8. Do we agree? So what is negative 8 plus 3? Negative 5. Can I graph it now? I've got everything I need. I have my y-intercept at negative 5, and I have the slope that they gave me that was a 4. And so now I could graph it if I needed to. Okay? And that's it. That's what we're doing. Do you have a sample on your graphic organizer? Remember that on the last quiz that we took, and some of you that were gone still haven't taken that homework quiz because I'm still working on getting some homework grades graded. I've still got a ton of stuff that I'm trying to grade. And on the homework quiz, we didn't use the organizers, right? Am I right, kiddos? Okay. I can't hand back those homework quizzes yet because I still got half a class that needs to finish and take them. But they're in the grade book. You might take a look at that and see where you're at on how you did on that. It didn't really hurt grades, but it wasn't a good test score. It wasn't a good quiz score. And it was exactly stuff that we'd already done that week. So we need to watch what we're doing on our daily stuff, because when we take the Friday quiz, if you didn't understand during the daily stuff and we're doing the same stuff, you're still not going to understand it on Friday if we haven't solved whatever confusion you've got. Okay, so I need to give you that input. Make sure this information is in your graphic organizer. Okay, let's see if we can do a little bit more. Okay, you have, I'm going to give you the formula again. That's the same set that we just did. Wait a minute. Okay, you have your formula. I'm giving you set of points and the slope. I want you to write that into the slope-intercept form. You've got to use what you've just been given to be able to write it. Do we need to go through one more as a group? What's the rule of subtraction? cause that's right. Look at what it was. It wasn't. Yes, and that's gonna change everything else. Don't forget your rules of integers. What is 2/3 of 6? It's not really. Pardon? You know what you did now?
Yeah.
With what we have there.
There we go.
Yes. Yes. Good. Look what you substituted in here and here. Look at your points again. You substituted them in. Okay. When you look at what I've got up here at the board, the first thing that needs to be taken care of is you've got a subtraction statement, so you're going to change that to add opposite. So you actually have 2/3 times x plus 6. Okay? And when you do that multiplication, y minus 1 equals 2/3 x plus 4. Because 2/3 times 6 is going to give you 4. Okay? Then you would add 1 to both sides. And you end up with y equals 2/3 x plus 5. Okay? The rules of integers, of changing subtraction to adding the opposite, got several people in here. Okay? So, I mean, you really have to know that rule in order for this to be able to figure it out. You have to have it. Okay? Any questions on this one? Do number 1. Do number 1 on your own. ones should be, you got those in the wrong place. That's gonna change it all, okay? Look at your, Y value, look at your X value, that should be plugged in. Okay? Yes. 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 This you have to multiply here. So you have to choose so you know what it is. Yep. Now distribute. If you set it up like that, you are correct. That is how you would set it up. Then you had to do the distributive property. And this is technically a -1. Y minus 2 was -4x plus 4. Add 2 to both sides. Y equals -4x plus 6. Okay? Give me thumbs up. I walked around, I saw most. Thumbs up if you got it, thumbs down if you did not. So that I know how many are still struggling with it. Okay. Let's go. I have a table. What if I have a table? I've got X and Y values. And let's say my values are 3, 5, and 7 on the X. Okay. And my Y values are 1, -2, -5. Okay. And can I write that same equation in slope-intercept form? They gave me points, but they haven't given me slope. I have to have slope. Do you agree? Can I figure out what my slope is? Okay. So I'm going to have to find slope. So -2 minus 1 over 5 minus 3, is that going to give me my slope? M equals -2 minus 1 would be a -3, wouldn't it? And 5 minus 3 would be 2. Do I now have the slope? Pardon? Are you good?
Yeah.
All right, so I have my slope, I have points. Can I, using the point, what was that called? Point slope form, can I get an equation into the Y equals MXB formula? Sure I can. And it doesn't matter which ones I pick. When you use that same formula, Y minus 1, okay, equals -3/2 times X plus 3. Yep, it's -3 though, isn't it? That's the formula. Okay? Solve it. Mm. It's 3. Yeah, I'm still not. Which points did you use? Did you use the same 2 points? So this was a 3. If you multiply this times this isn't.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good.
And then it'll work for you. If you got y equals -3/2 x plus, going from memory, 5 1/2, I believe it was. You are correct. Okay. All right, are you ready to try some? Go with a small one. All right, your assignment for tomorrow. You have 12 problems. Let me see about the graphing, if it tells you you have to graph it, and I don't think you do. Nope. You are not graphing. So you have pages 180 to 182. This is 4.7. Try it. (180 to 182). (1 through 12).
Did we do some of these?
Yep.